of focus, that's better.
So today we're going to share a little storytime video on what happened to us this one night.
I don't know what to like. Okay, so
I just forgot the whole story.
What were we doing exactly?
We were in Bethesda this one night, and it wasn't a sketchy part. It was Bethesda Row. If any of you guys know where that is, like, you know, like, it's a nice place. But at night, there can be some sketchy people there. Us and this one other girl went to Bethesda because we wanted to, like, take photos, and we ended up just not doing that, and we were, like, just chilling, walking around, like, getting food, whatever. And I think it was like 8 at night, and Nikki left. She drove herself home, so it was just me and Amanda, and we were waiting for my brother to come pick us up. We were just sitting outside of this restaurant on this, like, really big bench. We noticed this guy who's probably like late 60s, I think.
Honestly, he was just an old man.
Yeah, he just looks really old. Like, I don't even know if he should have been driving.
He didn't even look sketchy or anything. He seemed like a really nice guy. Like, but then he just like
he got weird.
He's like that food taxi guy that, like, you know, gets food from the restaurant and gets it in his car, like, delivers it to you. He started talking to us, like, really nicely. The guy, like, came, like, past, like, with a hoverboard. He goes, so is that what you guys call it, skateboard these days?
We're just like, hi, yeah. Like, because we didn't want to be mean, so we just made, like, some small talk with him, you know, like, whatever he said, we replied, like, we're not going to be mean. We weren't, like, creeped out at that point, but then it got weird.
Real fast.
He came up to us and then sat down right next to Amanda.
Oh my god, that was like really uncomfortable. He, like, sat literally like we are, like, right now, like like leg to leg, like shoulder to shoulder. Like, I felt like, really uncomfortable.
It was just so weird. He was just, like, staring, like, deep into our souls. Like, it was the most uncomfortable thing ever. And he just kept asking us questions, like, question after question, like, but really, like, weird. I don't know, kind of, like, personal, I guess.
He asked us where we went to school, like, how old we were. Like,
no, literally, he was like, so, like, how old are you? Like, and we said, I think we were 16. It was
16, 17, yeah.
Right? Or, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
we were 16, yeah. Yeah, so we said 16, and then he was like, oh, what school do you go to?
Well, we did say our school.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, you know what? I went to that same school. And I was like, oh, did you?
And, like, oh, like, you know, like, he started, like, making, like, comments about the school and stuff. But
then, and he said he did, like, cheerleading there, and I'm like, I don't believe this.
I don't believe that. Like, that's weird.
So
like,
we started to get weird vibes from that.
And I kept texting her brother, like, hey, are you almost here? Like, where are you?
Me and her were both, like, just on our phones, like, the entire time.
He mentioned, like, there's, like, a skate park around here. We're like, oh, like, that's really cool. Like, I don't think so. Like,
yeah,
maybe you're thinking of something else.
He was like, yeah, it's right up the street over there. And I'm like, there's not a skate park
like,
there.
Maybe, like, there was one, but I don't think there is one now. And he goes, like, I have some drinks for you ladies. Like, would you like a drink? Like, I can give you guys some. Like, oh, like, no, we're good. Like, you never know. Like, he could have put something in it, or I don't know.
It was so weird. And he kept asking, like, did you ladies eat anything? Like, are you
thirsty?
Like, and we're like, no, like, we're good, thank you.
Like, you've been waiting a while. Like, you sure you don't want anything?
No, we just kept saying, like, no, like, we're being picked up. Like, we can't. Like, no, like.
Or,
like, we wouldn't even, like, say anything. We would just, like, ignore it. Because it was getting, like, just so weird and uncomfortable. And he kept, like, just asking us questions. And he was like, so, where do you live? And we were like, Rockville.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm like, I'm not telling you my address.
Like, he's like, so, like, where do you live? Like, where do you live by?
Yeah, like what street?
Yeah.
And I don't know how we got to this, but you, like, said some street, I think. And he was like, oh, like, right where that red house is? And you're like, yeah, that one.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
So creepy. Like, you can't just ask that.
You can't just, like, someone that you don't know, oh, so where do you live?
Where do you live? And, like, ask for more. Like, no.
Yeah, you, like, basically puts your social security
number. Yeah, like, might as well.
I think at that point, like, he still kept talking to us, but I think at that point we felt so, like, uncomfortable and, like, not safe that, because it's just us two girls. We don't have anyone. It just wanted to leave.
He was like, Amanda, I think this was, like, the last question he said, but he was like, would you ladies like to go for a joyride in my car? Now's your time. And at that point, we were just like, like, this guy isn't safe. Like, we're
a joyride.
Oh my god.
What is that supposed to mean?
Literally, this entire time, we had our phones out, and we were, like, about to call 911. Like, it was, like, ready. Like, and I kept texting
literally
my
on speed
brother.
dial. Like, I was like, I pressed it. I was about to call it.
We were so close to calling, but luckily, like, a few minutes after he asked us that question, he was like, well, like, I better go inside and check up on my food, see if it's ready.
Right.
And we're like, okay. And then at that moment, we ran.
Literally
and,
ran.
like, we don't really run.
No.
You know? At least for me. Like, I really don't like running, but, like, I ran for my life. The thing was, like, it was a Sunday. So, like, they closed early.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the Apple store was, like, just closing. Because I was planning on going in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then every other store is, like, closed.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't think of going inside, like, a restaurant, which, like, we could have done.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, across the street, like, if you know Bethesda Row, you know, like, that, what is it, like, a walkway thing with all those lights underneath. And there was some Hanukkah thing there. So
I kept getting the latkes.
yeah. Yeah, we got free food. It was great. You know, it was a good time. So yeah, we just like ran there across the street because there were like a lot of people there, luckily. And so we just like, you know, he couldn't find us. Like, we kept looking back at where the restaurant was, and we saw the guy walking out of the restaurant, and he was like looking for us. Like, he went to the bench and he didn't see us, and he was like looking around for us.
Yeah.
But he couldn't find us, and
yeah. That's
so
kind of it's just like the little like summary of like kind of like pretty much everything that happened. Just kind of like made it into like a small little story.
This isn't, I don't know, it's not like a big deal, but it definitely like opened up my eyes, and I realized like you have to be careful when you go out or just like anywhere. There's so many things that happen in this world that are like so much worse, obviously, but
yeah, we're not saying, you know, like our story is like, no, I don't know, like a big deal. We just it opened our eyes to more, and it opened us to being more safe and cautious of what happened around us.
And I feel like explaining it doesn't sound that bad, but like when we were in that moment, like we were pretty scared. We were shaking. Like, I was about to cry. Like, I was just so scared. And the whole time we were texting each other, and we were like, where should we run? Like, where do we go
now?
Like,
when do we go? Like, what do we say?
Everyone I told the story to were like, you guys should have just like gotten up and ran. Like,
but like if we did that, he would have been like, oh, like wait, like
yeah, like I was scared he was gonna like grab us or something.
Or yeah, exactly. He was really close to me, especially, and so like, she could have ran easily, but for me, like he was right there, like in close distance to grab me. That's why
I didn't want him to like grab us or anything. Like, I was just scared to move. Like, I couldn't really move anyways. I was just too scared
because we don't know what he had on him or like, in his car.
Yeah,
it wasn't like, you know,
his
like a
car
nice
looked
car.
Sketchy.
It was a sketchy.
A sketchy car.
It looked like broken down and like everything.
It was. Yeah.
I would not want him delivering my food.
That's why I can't even like use like food taxi people, like Uber Eats and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know. I'm just too scared after that.
Postmates or Uber Eats.
Yeah.
That's our story.
That's a little story time for everyone. Just be careful when you go out. Make sure you're like aware of all your surroundings, and make sure there's no like creepy people around. And if you go through like a similar situation and you feel so uncomfortable, like try to get out of it. Try to be smart, like run away, like probably
and always
not
have
just sit
someone
there
on
with
speed
us.
dial if you can. If you can. If you drive yourself, that's fine. But just have someone like to talk to. It also really helps.
Thank you so much for watching this video. It's our first video on this channel. We wanted to start out this channel just like chill and share this story because we thought it would be inspiring, I guess, or help some of you out. So yeah,
Peace.